Okay, so since you are also brand new to Beachbody, brand new to the business, brand new to all of our products, it's going to be so important for you first and foremost to really get to know what it is that we have to offer. I think, you can dive into the business right away, absolutely, but always put your personal journey first. And I've seen this before with other coaches who come into the business, who don't have any knowledge of our products, and they don't put their own journey first. They just immediately go into the business and try to go into selling mode, and it backfires and they don't see success and they get frustrated, and they didn't have the best intentions coming into it because they were just more so business hungry instead of really trying to focus on their own personal health and fitness. So from day one and moving forward, your number one priority will always be yourself. And, any other business, they would probably not tell you that, which is why I love what we do as coaches, is we are required to put ourselves first. So your main job is to get to know our products. So really understand Beachbody On Demand. Spend some time navigating that website and seeing the nutrition plans, the nutrition programs, the Fixate cooking show, all of the workouts that we have. Get really familiar with Beachbody On Demand. Get really familiar with the challenge group that you're part of. I'm sure Meg has added you into a group, whether it's on Facebook or in bod groups, and just really get comfortable in there. Show up, post, don't hide behind the scenes, be the best person, the best challenger in that group, and then begin to tell people about the products. You maybe have ordered Shakeology or Energize or Recover or whatever products, and truthfully, they might take a few weeks to arrive because of COVID. But when they do arrive, fall in love with them. Figure out how to make Shakeology in a way that you love it so that you want to share it with people. Start to really document what you are finding each day by committing to our nutritional products and how they're benefiting you, because that's going to be what you will share, because that is going to be what interests people in what we have to offer. We all can, show a picture of Shakeology and talk about how it's a superfoods shake and it's incredible. That doesn't sell. It's going to be your story behind the shake that sells. The reason why you saw value in investing in it, and why, what it's doing for you and how it's making you feel. That is going to be what sells. And then you're going to tell people about the products and our lifestyle. So most people do that by showing up on social media, which, I'm sure you see Meg every day showing up in her stories, in her posts. And that is how we tell people about these products and our lifestyle. We're not just blasting our sales all over the place. We are showing up as ourselves, and we are sharing our story every single day. And that is how we attract people to us. And then they become interested in what it is that we are using, what we're promoting, what we're selling. And then help people change their life with the products that we offer. So support the heck out of them. And if you, as a brand new coach, you can add your current customers into Meg's group. I'm sure she's fine with that. So don't feel like you need to have this place where you're going to support them and you need to create a group. You can, absolutely. I did from day one because I wanted to, but just make sure that you're taking your customers and putting them somewhere where you can encourage them, you can hold them accountable, you can share with them what you're doing, what you're learning, and what's working for you. And then tell those people that they can actually help other people change their life. So basically what you're doing, AKA building a team. So you help people, you focus on yourself, you share your journey with others, you help them get started, you help them see results, and then you basically tell them that they can be doing the same thing. It's the simplest little flow sheet when you actually look at it. What we do is so simple. We get results ourselves, we share them with people, we help them get results, and then we encourage them to join our team and help other people. It's like women helping women. It's amazing. So that is the simplicity of the business. So use your resources. There are so many resources to find information, training, etc. what I'm going to show you is our back office. So this is, you can see this okay, right?
Yep.
Always a little bit slow. So this is the like Team Beachbody login. It's just slow to upload. But basically, if you click on your name up here, and you can go into your orders, and you're going to be able to see your own orders. And I always like to point this out because it's so important that you realize that you can change the flavor of your Shakeology at any time. You can change the ship date. You can change the flavor of Energize, the serving size of products. Like you can change any of your current orders, and you can also see when you're next. Like I can see that right here, next in December, I'm going to be charged for my next year Beachbody On Demand. Like you're able to look into the future and see your shipments. And then this just like goes into your account. But if you go into your Coach online office, oh my gosh, go away. It's always so tricky when you're sharing your screen. So your Coach online office looks like this. And have you logged into anything that looks like this yet?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you'll notice like a lot of stuff back here, and it can be overwhelming as heck. And I've been a coach for 5 years, and I still probably have not even looked at half of the stuff that is back here, to be honest. So I'm just going to point out a few things that I find important as a coach that you sort of want to be keeping a close eye on. You want to make sure that you are active as a coach. So I can't see because things are blocked, but under like current status, it should say active. So you just want to make sure that you are always an active coach, meaning that you have at least 50 personal volume coming in on as your own product. So as long as you are getting Shakeology, or you're getting Energize and Recover, or Energizing Collagen, beach bars, like whatever it is that your monthly product is, that will keep you active, and you will be able to like reap the rewards of being an active coach. So just, I always make sure I'm active, that nothing's happened with my credit card number. And then down here are different business alerts. So it's nice to come in here and just take a peek. You'll see when you have new customer orders, and you'll be able to look up who they are. You'll also be able to see this right here. It says new coaches in your organization. So if you went and looked at that now, you might actually see that you have like 1 or 2 coaches in your organization. And what usually happens with a new coach is they see that and they click in and they're like, well, who's Sally? She's a new coach in my organization. Like I just signed a coach. I have no idea who she is. Like where'd she come from? What I want you to understand is it's not your personally sponsored coach. But the beauty of Team Beachbody is that when our team is growing, it is actually benefiting you as well. So it's not that you are just running your own business and you will be the only one who ever contributes to it. As a team, we all help each other, because where you are placed in the downline, there'll be other coaches that will be adding to the side of like the downline that you are in. And that's going to make no sense to you right now. And that's totally fine. And truthfully, it took me like a couple of years to wrap my head around this, but I just knew, I was like, somehow these other people are being added into my organization. I don't need to do anything with them. I may never even know them ever in my whole lifetime, but I'm benefiting from whatever it is that they sell, produce, buy. And that's just what I want you to understand, is that when you see new coaches coming into your organization, you can be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like I'm going to benefit from those people who are being added into our organization. So it's really cool. And then what you can do is under the My Business tab, if you want to look at the coaches who are on your team. So let's say you sign up your friend next week with a challenge pack and she wants to join as a coach, either to work the business or to get the discount. And you want to like see your new coach that's on your team. The only place that I want you to look is sponsorship drill down. So you have all of these options to look when you look at your downline, the only place I ever look is sponsorship drill down, because everything else is so confusing. So just ignore everything else. I mean, look at it if you want, but it makes no sense to me. So as a new coach, it'll probably make no sense to you. So I just look at sponsorship drill down. It keeps things very, very simple, and you'll be able to see, as you add coaches to your team, you'll be able to see them. And then of course, like under the Grow My Business tab, there are so many resources, so much training. The back office just has so much amazing things. Like if you're looking for any graphics, if you're looking for any videos, there's just so much stuff back here. But also don't spend too much time looking at stuff back here, because you can go into information overload. And then what ends up happening is you feel like you need to learn everything before you can take action. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. So the other thing is the team page. So normally I would share my team page, but because you're not one of my personally sponsored coaches, you won't be in my team page. So I won't overwhelm you with that. But either Meg has a team page, or you will or are added into Fitnique Nation team page. So that is like where, you know, I would check in there once a day, make sure your notifications are on for that team page, because Michelle posts a ton of things, like other leaders on the team post things in there, live videos. That's where we do all of our recognition. If there's a team call happening, it's going to be posted in there. Any valuable information will be shared in there. The team calendar's in there. So make sure you spend some time going through Fitnique Nation. You can also use the search bar in that group if you want to look up anything specific to the business. It will show you posts that have to do with that subject. So like, for instance, off the top of my head, if you were like, ooh, is Shakeology safe for pregnant women? You could type in like Shakeology pregnancy, and there would be some posts that would pop up, because somebody else has probably asked that question already. So you'll be able to find the answer that way. Another, oh, sorry, what's that?
I just said, okay. I actually did wonder about that.
Yeah. So if you go into another great place to look for information is Coach FAQ. So this is something that I search all the time, Coach FAQ. And it's like a Google for Beachbody, essentially. So you can just enter any question. You can ask anything. There's different forms here. Like, this is your hub for any questions, any support, any form that you need. It will be here. And then we have a national wake-up call. The whole network puts on a national wake-up call every Monday morning at 11 a.m. And this is a call that's led by the network. It's led by corporate. And they feature a coach every week who does like a quick little talk, shares some really valuable information, what's working for them, etc. There's announcements, there's recognition. I never watch it live. I always just tune into the recording, but it's a really, really great call to watch, and even go back and like listen to old episodes of it, because it's just like there's so much value. Every time I listen to a national wake-up call, I take away something. And then, so team calls, this is for my team. I always do my team calls on Thursday nights, but check the calendar in Fitnique Nation, because there will be a calendar with all the different team calls on there. And then you can just plug them into your own calendar. There is no shortage of team calls, that's for sure. Okay, so the 4 vital behaviors. As a coach, it really does come down to like 4 things that we need to focus on. The first one, we've already talked about a little bit, is be proof the product works. Do your workout and drink your shake. Just show up as the person who wants to be living her best life. That is what you need to do. You need to dive into this journey and use this as your accountability. And I know that the only reason why I am like in the best shape that I've ever been in, and I have 4 children, is because of this business, because it forces me to show up every single day, to work out, to eat healthy, to just keep growing and being a better person. We are not perfect. Like, I had pancakes last night at 8:30 with my kids. We are humans, but we keep showing up as our best selves. Share, connect, invite, and follow up. This is like the basics right here of how you will build this business. Share, connect, invite follow-up. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But you want to share your journey on social media. You want to start conversations and talk to people. And then you want to invite them to join your next group or to join Meg's group. Personal development. You will be eaten alive in this business if you don't do personal development. You won't survive. It will get hard. You will get negative feedback. You will start to compare yourself. You will doubt yourself. Evil thoughts will just come in, and you won't survive unless you start doing personal development, and it will change your life. It will change every single area of your life. So it is vital. Like, it cannot be skipped. Anytime one of my coaches starts falling off the business, I know it is because they've stopped doing personal development every single time.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by personal development?
Yeah, I'm so glad you're asking. So personal development, and it's not something I ever knew what it was either, but it's basically like, I don't even know how to explain it. Well, most people refer to it as like self-help books, but basically like reading or listening to audiobooks or podcasts that are going to level you up in life, that are going to help you to grow, that are going to help you to like go to the next level. So not just like a Danielle Steele novel, but like a really good book, either about growing a business or like I always ask people like, well, what is it that you struggle with? Like, some people talk about that inner mean girl that's like inside of you saying like, you're not good enough to do this. You'll never succeed. You don't have what it takes. You can be like filling yourself up with thoughts and words that are going to overcome that. And one of the first books that I read as a coach that really just like, it changed my entire mindset was The Slight Edge. And I think it's by Jeff Olson.
The Slight Edge?
The Slight Edge. Yeah. It was just like game changing for me. I've also, The Miracle Morning was a book I also read early on because I knew I needed to create a morning routine in order to see some success with this business, just because of my, I had a newborn and 3 toddlers basically. So The Miracle Morning is a great book. Oh my gosh, I wish I was in my office right now because I've got so many great books. But The Slight Edge, when you read these kinds of books, you feel empowered, you feel positive, you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to change the way I think about life. And I'm starting to envision my life going a different way. And I'm starting to feel better about myself. Like, it changes you so much. And I'm sure Meg can give you some like really good podcast recommendations as well to listen to. So instead of, I'm also a registered nurse, so I work in London at UH. And when I would drive to work, I used to listen to the radio, 5 years ago, but now I listen to podcasts, and it just like, it's transformed me, all of this personal development. So then the fourth vital behavior is get people results. So get yourself results, get your customers results, and get the coaches on your team results. Like, just keep helping as many women possible as you can while you are helping yourself. It's like the best business because as we grow, we are able to help other women do the exact same. Okay, so your first goal as a new coach is you want to help 3 people get started with a program and Shakeology, aka a challenge pack. And I always, challenge my new coaches that is their goal for their first 30 days in the business, their first full month in the business. So I would say, so we're into June. I mean, if you're like, oh, I'm in this, then I would say by the end of this month, aim to help 3 people get started with a challenge pack, or start in July and that be your goal. Or you help 1 person this month, but then you help 3 people next month. Like, a non-negotiable goal moving forward should be every single month you help at least 3 people with a challenge pack. And that basically just shows that you are doing what it takes to be a coach who wants to build a business. You're showing up daily, you're sharing your journey, you're connecting with people, you're inviting them to something, and you're helping them see success. So the best place is to start with your friends and your family as you grow your cold market. The reason why we say to help 3 people each month is because that will technically make you hit Success Club. So this is something you're going to hear about over and over and over again. So don't feel like you need to understand what Success Club is after this call, but just write it down, Success Club. Like every month you want to hit Success Club. And that means helping at least 3 people. So for every person you help with a challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points.
And I'm sorry, a challenge pack is a shake and the on demand?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Or on demand and energize and recover. There's different like challenge packs to choose from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also just going to turn on my light 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Okay. So, and the reason why we say this is because there are some amazing perks for a new coach hitting Success Club right off the gates. I mean, first of all, it just gives you so much confidence as a new business builder. Like, okay, I can do this. This is amazing. I'm helping people. And it gives you credibility because then you're able to share that you're helping other people. But achieving Success Club, so helping 3 people in 1 month, and if you do that for 3 months within your first 6 months as a coach, but you're going to do it every month because you're a go-getter and you want to build a business. So if you hit Success Club for 3 months in your first 6 months, you will earn a free ticket to next year's Coach Summit. So this is our annual conference. It is like the most amazing time. I'm sure Meg would tell you that like it's like the best time that you'll ever have in your entire life, basically. The last couple of years it was in Indy. Before that it was in New Orleans. It's been in Nashville, and it is like the best place. It's like lots of training, parties, recognition, team building, team bonding. We all stay at like the same hotel. We all cram as many people into a hotel room as possible to save money, but it is so fun. And you will earn a free ticket to this. And I think the free ticket is worth, like, I don't know what a ticket is worth, like anywhere in between like $150 and $300, I think, for a ticket, depending on when you buy it. And then if you hit Success Club every single month for a full year, so helping 3 people every month for a year, you will earn, oh, actually, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Back to the hitting it for your in 3 months within your first 6 months, you earn that free ticket to Coach Summit, but you also earn a spot in Beachbody's next test group. So this might be like one of the coolest perks, I think, as a new coach, because every few months Beachbody comes out with a brand new program, and they need coaches to test it out before it launches so that they can get results, so that they have before and afters to like promote this new product. So they'll get a group of coaches together, and those coaches will go through the brand new program that no one has ever seen before and get their hands on it before. Awesome. Okay. So if you hit Success Club in your first 3 months as a coach, you will earn a spot in the next exclusive test group, which is so freaking cool. Like, it used to only be reserved to like the top coaches in the network, and now they're letting new coaches do this, and it can change your business. So it is something that I would not miss out on, to get into these test groups. And then earning it all year long, so earning Success Club all year long earns you a free trip. So our Success Club trip, it was supposed to be in Punta Cana in March, and it was going to be amazing. However, it got canceled like everything else in life. But next year we're going to the Mayan Riviera, and then they'll announce shortly like the trip after that. But there's been cruises, Mexico, like Dominican. It's all at an all-inclusive resort. You bring a guest with you. It's all paid for. It's like so incredible. So it's these things that like really got me excited about the business. The fact that I could go on a trip with my husband, or actually I've never taken my husband, to be honest. He's going to come with me next year. But I was able to take like my sister and my mom and my sister-in-law. Like, I was able to treat people in my life to a free trip, and I was never going to travel. Like, there was no way in hell it was going to be in the budget. I'm a mom of four. Like that's just not realistic for me to go traveling. Like it just was not going to happen. And Beachbody has just allowed so much to happen, including traveling every single year. So huge perk.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So okay, 3 people doesn't sound like a lot in a month.
Mm-mm.
That's one on like one a week, let's say. But like, what are your good months? What are your bad months? And how long did it take you to actually like achieve 3 people on a regular basis?
Okay, so I will speak for myself. 1 second.
I love the questions that you're asking. Sorry, I was just eating dinner.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so when I signed up as a coach, I I have never not hit Success Club. So in my first, there's 2 benchmarks in Success Club. There's called Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. So Success Club 5 means that you've helped 3 people, and Success Club 10 means that you have helped 5 people. And then it just keeps growing. So basically every time you sell a challenge pack to someone, you get 2 Success Club points. So
Okay.
The point system used to be different. So technically it's Success Club 6 and Success Club 10. I just wish they would change it. So think of Success Club 6, Success Club 10. You want to hit Success Club 6 non-negotiable every single month, but I would be aiming higher. I personally would never settle for Success Club 6, and I never have settled for Success Club 6. I have always hit Success Club 10 or higher. So
Which is 5 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Success Club 10.
Yeah. And I think when you just set the bar that like Success Club 10 is your non-negotiable, and that's how you lead this business, then that is what you will hit. And maybe in 3 months from now, you increase that to Success Club 16 or 20. And that is your like non-negotiable. So as you grow in this business, hopefully your number will keep getting higher and higher, and you'll be helping more and more women, because we want to make an impact. We want to help more people. We want to get more people involved in what we have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're right. Like I'm glad you said that, because some people think of helping 3 people, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't help 3 people. So I love that you have the complete opposite mindset, and you're like, 3 people, that's not very much. And I agree.
Well, I don't want to be like cocky, but I just mean like I have 2 sisters. Like I think like in the first month I could probably do 3. Like I'm not going to say it's not without its challenges, but like I definitely am hoping that I can do more than that.
Yeah.
But I guess you're going to probably get into it later. I was going to ask, what does that translate in like dollar amount for me?
Yeah.
Like how can I sustain my life on that?
Yeah, exactly. I will break that down for you too.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so step 1 is to figure out a start date for your own group, for your accountability group, for your challenge group, for your boot camp, like whatever it is you want to call it. I call mine a wellness club. And it's totally up to you whether you start your own or you add to Meg's. So you can have that conversation with her, and she'll be able to help you if like starting your own is a good idea for you, or if just adding to her group. I had my own group right away. When I signed up as a coach, I was like, okay, so maybe I'll start running a group 3 weeks from now. That gives me 3 weeks to find a few people to do a program with me, to commit to a start date. I'll do it with them. This can't be too hard. So,
I'm sorry, what do you mean like a program as in like the 21-day fix?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Okay. So what these are posts from like several months ago. But basically what I'm doing is I'm promoting my group, but I'm not just simply saying like, hey, I'm starting a group, like who wants to join me? I'm telling a bit of a story because it's stories that sell. So whatever brought you into this business is part of your story. So this is all like really, really little, so I don't expect you to read it, but basically I'm just there. People who read this are able to get a good sense of who I am. I'll just kind of skip ahead, but I have definitely had a transformation, no doubt about it. No, I didn't lose 50 pounds, but my body did change quite a bit. For me, the real transformation has been internal. The old me wasn't showing up as my best self. Sometimes I didn't like how I reacted to my kids, my husband, to other people in my life. I now feel so much more myself. I feel in control. I am also more peaceful and happier than ever because I took action on my life. I started moving my body. I started looking at the foods I was putting into my body, but more importantly, I changed my mindset. And then I think I go on to say, you know, my group is starting on whatever date. I'm looking for 10 women who want to commit to this program with me. Either send me a DM or drop me details below because they are drawn into my story. They're like, oh, well, I want what she has. And a transformation always is a good one if you have transformations. I have a hard time with transformations because I didn't really have a weight loss story. Like my body's changed a bit, but like truthfully, this old picture of me is from like before I was even married. So I haven't had a major physical transformation, but if you have had a physical transformation, like show that off as much as possible. And then
That's what I'm hoping for, but not yet there yet.
yeah, but you know what? Share every little win, like every little win that you have along the way. Don't wait until you've had like a massive transformation. Like share weekly, like share every few days what's starting to change. And that is going to be what's really going to draw people in. And then this other post is just similar. I get that you are tired. I get that you feel as though you don't have enough time in the day. I get that you wish you could just be a little bit more energized and even healthier. You don't believe that things could happen. Like I'm just kind of going through again my story. I get it. I was in your shoes. I was skeptical and I didn't believe that I would ever feel energized and healthy again. Now that I was a sleep deprived mama surviving on her coffee and grilled cheese crust. I know that this new bar program is going to help you start moving your body again in a way that is going to leave you feeling energized and happy. Your booty is going to get lifted, your core tightened, and you are going to gain some much needed flexibility in your entire body. And then I probably went on to say, you know, I'm accepting enrollment for my new group. If this interests you, if this speaks to you, if you're ready to feel this way too, drop me an emoji, send me a DM. So that's sort of how I promote my groups and I get interest. And I don't do this just once, I do it constantly. And if you follow Meg, you probably see the same thing. You know, and you can follow me and you'll probably see the same thing.
Sorry, for like a post like this, would you do this like once a week? How often do you start a new group?
It's totally up to you. Usually once a month, people would have like, you know, a start date, whether it was like the third Monday of every month, so that they're able to hit their goals earlier on in the month and get the people enrolled into the group and then focus on supporting them, but also focus on planning ahead for the next month and getting people excited and interested in the group that will be happening the month after.
So kind of starting out, you almost want to have two like lined up.
For like one for, you know, say July and one for August. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always thinking ahead of like, okay, what's my plan for July? Like we're halfway through June, but I don't want July to come and I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm always like trying to be strategic about my business.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So your first invites, and don't let invites scare you. And we talk about this stuff so much, like on our power hours, on team calls. So don't feel like this is a one and done type shot with information. So be consistent with sharing your journey online. That's your number one thing. You can't expect people to just join you now that you signed up as a coach. You need to start sharing your journey. You're going to have to be consistent. You're going to have to gain people's trust. You're going to have to gain their interest, or they're going to have to gain interest in you. But start telling your friends and family about this new journey. You mentioned you have some sisters. I would be telling them about it right away and just being so excited about this and inviting them to do it with you. Make a list of people you already know and just begin to connect with them. I don't mean messaging every single person you know and saying, hey, I'm a coach. Do you want to join my group? But connect with them. Start like, if they're on your Instagram or Facebook, you can start creeping on them, maybe commenting on their stuff. You can try to get into their inbox and have a conversation with them, ask them how they're doing. And what is going to end up happening is they're going to say to you, because they're going to see your posts and the content you're putting out there, they are more than likely going to say like, yeah, hey, I'm good. What's this, like these workouts you're doing? Like, I saw that you were on a team call the other night, or who are these people you're working out with in the morning at 6 a.m. or like, what's that shake you keep talking about, or that Energize, or what's that book you're reading? They're going to be interested in what you are up to. And that opens the doors for you to have a conversation with them and for you to say, oh my gosh, you need to do this with me. It is so amazing. So your goal is to connect with at least 3 new people each day, or about 20 new people a week. And again, that's just a low goal in order for you to sort of hit Success Club, help those 3 people each month. Remember, you aren't reaching out to sell them something. You are reaching out to start a conversation, to open that door so that you're able to naturally invite them. When someone is interested, ask them questions before giving them information. So if somebody does say to you, like, like, how can I join your group? You're not going to go, oh, well, I'll send you the link and you can buy a challenge pack. You want to ask them, like, well, tell me why you're interested. Like, are you new to health and fitness? Do you have any specific goals you're working towards? Because once they are able to identify their pain points to you, like once they're able to say like, oh my gosh, like I'm so embarrassed to admit it, but I've gained 15 pounds during this pandemic. Or if they say to you, like, I have no energy. Like my kids literally just crawl around me all day and I have no energy to hang out with them and I feel miserable, or I have no idea what I should be eating and I'm like binging at night and I need help. So you need to be able to know what their problem is so that you can offer them a solution. And our solution is getting into our group, signing up with our package, getting started on Shakeology, using the programs, the products that we have. And then, of course, ask your upline for help with navigating this conversation. So never be afraid to say like, oh my gosh, Meg, I have somebody interested in joining. Like, what the hell do I do? And you can even get into a 3-way conversation with the person and your upline and have like a little 3-way chat. And Meg can even help navigate the conversation, kind of like take over it. And you can even say to your friend, like, I'm brand new, so my coach is going to help me out with this. Like, hope that's okay with you. I've had lots of coaches do that and it's so successful. And it's a great way for you to learn how to have those conversations and the information to send, that kind of thing. So
okay.
use I didn't show you because I didn't go into the team page, but in the file section of Fitnique Nation, there is a file called third-party tools. And this is something that I use every single day. If anyone wants information about Shakeology, Beachbody On Demand, what we do as coaches, what my group is all about, I go to the third-party tools section in the files section and I copy and paste whatever information it is that they need. So we have created different docs, videos on anything that we sell basically. And all you need to do is like, if they say like, yeah, I am curious more about Shakeology. And of course, figure out why they're curious about Shakeology, like what's their pain point, but then say, awesome, I've got a really great PDF that I'm going to send you that has some details. Take a peek at that and then let's chat. So that's all you do is you just send them the information. You don't need to know all the information. We have videos that explain stuff and that sells way more effectively than you like verbal diarrhea on somebody. You can say like, here, watch this 1.5-minute video clip. It's going to tell you everything you need to know. And then we can go from there.
Okay, cool.
And then realize that objections, no they're going to happen. People are going to not respond back. People are going to be super interested, and then you're never going to hear from them again. Like, it's part of the process. People are going to come up with all kinds of objections, like it's too expensive, I don't have time, I don't like working out, I could never stick to this. But what I always do with objections is I jot them down in a notebook, and that becomes part of my content creation. So I am able to create posts based on people's objections, because I know if one person thinks that they could never stick to an at-home workout program, I know that there are thousands and thousands of other people who feel that same way. So if I can talk about how, truthfully, I doubted that I would ever be able to stick to an at-home workout program. I thought that I would quit after the first 3 days, but the only reason why I didn't quit was because I had the accountability of my group. These workouts flew by. They were easy to follow. They changed every single day. Like, you can go on and on and on about that. So for the person who has that objection, she's going to read it and be like, oh, interesting. She felt the same way that I feel, but here she is living her best life. So I love objections for that reason, because I create content around them.
Okay, cool.
And then follow up. If somebody was interested, they are still interested in my mind, unless they tell me to screw off or they block me. I just always follow up. Like, hey, I just wanted to check in. I know we had chatted last month about you joining me, but the timing wasn't right. Are you interested in now? Like, could we chat about it? So I just always am following up. Okay, so share your journey on social media. So yes, you are now a coach. You signed the forms, you've filled everything out, you're officially a coach. Amazing. That is one small, tiny thing about you. So social media, your followers, they don't want to see coach stuff blasted all over. Like, that's not relatable. They'll probably block and unfollow you. You're excited, but they're probably not going to be as excited as you are. So you need to share who you are, because you were someone last week. If you weren't a coach last week, well, who were you? Or who do you want to be? And you need to start sharing more than just health and fitness on your Instagram, especially if, like, for me, I am not a fitness person. Like, sure, I'm an online health and fitness coach, but fitness was not something that I would ever have used in my vocabulary 5 years ago. So it would make no sense for me if all I posted was fitness, because it's not who I am. So this is just a little snippet of my Instagram story. So I love quotes because I love telling stories, and I can always tell stories with a quote. But you can just get a sense of like who I am. So obviously, I am into health and fitness, but this picture you can't see, but I'm wearing like my nursing shirt, so you can see that I'm a nurse. You can also see that I'm a mom, and like here I am snapping on the couch midday. I am into healthy food. And then this is one of the top coaches on my team, Camille, and same thing. It's not all about health and fitness. You get a really good sense of who she is just by looking at her Instagram. And this might not come naturally to you right away, but over time, like, you just always want to keep this in mind. Like, who do I want people to, like, what do I want people to know about me when they go create me on Instagram? I don't want to just be constantly having sweaty selfies, because really nobody wants to follow that. That's boring. Everybody's posting sweaty selfies on Instagram. Everybody's posting a Shakeology shaker cup. That's not what people want to see. They want to see a real person and real life. Okay, so what would you do with an extra $800? So this is where we're going to talk about the money. Obviously, this is not a get rich quick scheme thing, overnight success. You will not make $1 million in your first year. It takes time, it takes consistency, and you have to be willing to not give up if you want to reap the rewards of like financial success. So in the first month of my business, I think I made about like $350-ish in my first month, which is amazing. It's also not like life-changing money, right?
Right.
But every month that amount grew and grew and grew. And I wanted to make like $1,000 a month, and I was able to make $1,000 a month, several months later. And then I started to set weekly goals. I was like, I want to make $500 a week. And then I want to make $1,000 consistently every single week. And, that took me a couple years to get to that point. But I never gave up because I knew it was possible. And I saw the growth happening, even though it wasn't like I went from making $350 to making six figures in 1 year, like not at all. But I just kept going and kept moving forward. And now, like, I have no problem sharing income related stuff because I think it's like just fuels my fire. I love money. But now my weekly income is anywhere in between like 2,500 to like 3,500, depending on it, per week. And
Nice.
it's been 5 years, right? So can I make that as a registered nurse? Hell no, like not a chance. Like it's not even an option. So for me, it was like, I want to get to the point where I'm able to replace my nursing income. And now I still work as a nurse because I love it. But I don't want to do it more than I have to, that's for sure. So the potential is there. And I mean, I'm not one of the highest earning coaches by any means. Like the sky is the limit on what you want to earn. But here is just a very like simple breakdown just to show you how the growth happens. So in your first month, you are going to help at least 3 people because that is your goal as a new coach always. So when you sell one challenge pack, you earn about $50 commission.
Okay.
So $50 times 3 is $150. So not bad. In your first month, you've earned back your investment pretty much. You've made $150. That's amazing. In the month 2, you help another 3 people. So that's another $150. Plus those first customers in the first month, they all love Shakeology because you're running a kick-ass challenge group and they continue on with their Shakeology. So you get the commission from their product, which is another $96. So a total of $246. That make sense?
So every time someone gets another shake, which is basically like a monthly subscription, right?
Yeah.
We make $32.
Approximately, yeah. It's
Okay.
25% commission is what you get.
Okay.
And then, so in your third month, you help another 3 people. You get another $150. Plus now you have month 2 customers plus month 1 customers getting their Shakeology. So that's 6 people at $192 for their subscription. So that's a total of $396 in your third month. So as you can see, this is just commission. There are other ways in this business to earn money, but in the very beginning, it will be commission based. So already in total, that equals about $800 in your first 3 months. So pretty incredible when you think about you are also getting into the best shape of your life. You're having fun. You're becoming a better person because you're doing personal development. Like really not too shabby, right? And you're helping people, which is the best part. So as you can see, imagine if you were helping 10 people every single month, or sorry, 5 people every single month, or 10 people every single month, your income would grow quite a bit. This is just commission based though. So we're going to talk about other ways that you begin to earn an income because you won't build a 6-figure income on commission based, or you will burn yourself out selling, and talking to people. So in order to see real income progression, you will need to start building a team. So for instance, my income right now is the commission is just a small piece to the puzzle. The majority of my income comes from what we'll talk about next. So the other goal that I want you to keep in mind for your first 30 days as a coach is to hit your first rank advancement, which is Emerald. So this is enrolling 2 people as a coach. So usually people are like, oh my God, how am I going to sign up a coach? Like, I don't know anybody who wants to work this business. They don't need to want to work the business. These people who join your team at first are likely going to be friends and family who simply want the discount on their own product. So for instance, the first 2 coaches who joined my team were my husband, because I said to him, I'm signing you up as a coach, heads up, give me your social insurance number. I don't know what I'm doing, but they told me to do it. So you're now a coach. And then I enrolled my sister-in-law as a coach because I told her, like, oh my gosh, you need to start drinking Shakeology. It's amazing and it'll do so many great things for you. Sign up as a coach. You can get a discount. Plus you're going to help me get to my first rank advancement. So we can celebrate next week about that and you can help me do it. So that is what I did. And that's pretty much what everyone on our team has done in order to hit their first rank advancement is they just simply asked friends and family, like, hey, you want to do this with me? Like, you don't have to work the business, but you'll get a discount and we can go through a program together and it'll be super fun. So my sister-in-law is still a coach. My husband is still a coach. I've signed up all of my sisters as coaches, my mom as a coach, my dad as a coach, because I want them to drink Shakeology because I believe in that product so much that I literally want everyone in my life to be drinking Shakeology because I believe so much in the health benefits of it. So the reason why you want to get to Emerald in your first 30 days, like basically as soon as possible, you want to get to Emerald. And the reason why, there's a couple perks to that. So first of all, you're going to earn Success Club points if you sign up 2 people as a coach because they're going to purchase a challenge pack. So right away, you've already got 4 Success Club points. Plus you're going to earn commission on their package. So right there, you've already earned some money. Plus when you hit Emerald, you are going to get some recognition from our team. You're going to get recognition within Beachbody, but it is going to give you credibility. Like that, I think is something that is so important in this business because when you start sharing online about what you're doing and people are gaining interest, there are going to be people that are like, oh, what's this now she's doing? Like, really? I don't know if I'm just going to keep watching her, see what she's doing. And then all of a sudden in a couple weeks, you're being recognized as the newest Emerald coach. And now your friends and family who maybe weren't quite sure about joining you are like, whoa, she's like legit doing something with this. Like they don't know what Emerald means, but it means something. And so it gives you a lot of credibility for your audience and for your friends and family. And they're like, ooh, she's actually doing something with this business. This is pretty cool. Maybe I want to take a peek at it.
Okay.
Plus, now you are able to earn what we call team cycle bonus. So remember when I took you in the back office and I showed you how you might see that coaches are added into your organization? So
Yeah.
they aren't your coaches, but you will reap the rewards of the volume that they produce. So we talk about volume a lot in Beachbody, and volume basically equals dollar bills, essentially. So every single day when we as coaches sell anything or buy it ourselves, there's a volume attached to every single product. So every single day, volume is just going through our team like crazy. We've got a pretty big team. So the volume, like sort of like it's like a tree, right? There's like somebody up here and like Meg's here, you're underneath Meg. I'm somewhere over here. Like coaches are just like everywhere on a tree and the volume goes upwards. Every single day, the volume goes upwards. And each week on payday, the volume that goes up through those coaches it's cashed in. So however much volume you have accumulated from our entire team gets cashed out into a dollar amount. However, Beachbody is not going to let just anyone cash out on this volume. You have to show that you are actually a working coach. So if you are not an Emerald coach, you will never see that volume. It just goes right on by you. You'll never get it. But as soon as you are an Emerald coach, every time that volume comes up, you have a little bank account for volume and it goes into it and it just like catches it and sits there. So
Okay.
it's the volume that ends up making you a lot of money in this business down the road. Not right away, but eventually it's the volume. But you have to get to your first rank advancement in order to experience that. So I'm not going to go into detail about like how you cash out on that volume because it's overwhelming and you're going to learn about it again and again and again. But just know that until you get to your first rank advancement, you're never going to reap the rewards of everything that our team is producing. And you want to, like you really want to. So my advice is just get to Emerald as soon as possible. Also, when you hit Emerald and you are hitting Success Club every single month, Beachbody rewards you even more. So every single day, there are random people going to the Beachbody website to buy Beachbody On Demand or Shakeology or Collagen, Energize, whatever. Because Beachbody, like, blasts their stuff everywhere. Like, they are very good at promoting and selling. So everyone who goes to the Beachbody website and orders something has to be attached to a coach. So like literally thousands of people every single day go to the website and buy something. So Beachbody has to assign those people to coaches in the network, but they don't want to assign it to like my mom, for instance, who doesn't even know how to turn on a computer. She just drinks Shakeology. So they look at who are the coaches who are Emerald and above, and also and they have to be hitting Success Club. So okay. You can't just be Emerald but not hitting Success Club every month. So if you are Emerald and Success Club, Beachbody is going to give you these customers. So every few days, I will see that I have like a couple new customers in my back office. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Who's this? They're from Arkansas. Amazing. So I can reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm your coach. Like, what's up? What do you need help with? Do you want me to get you into my group? Like, what do you need help with? So it is so amazing that we can build this business based on customers that Beachbody is giving to us. So that is really cool. And you get their commission from whatever it is that they purchase. I've had these customers go on to join me as a coach. So it's very, very worthwhile. Lots of perks to hitting Success Club and being Emerald. Okay, so what's next? What you're going to do is you're going to commit to your program. You're going to start drinking your Shakeology whenever it arrives. And you're going to dive into personal development every single day. You're going to begin sharing your journey. Don't wait until your packages come in the mail. Like, just start sharing. You can even simply talk about how tonight you were on like kind of a scary call. You stepped out of your comfort zone, but you're super excited about what's coming next. Like, just create a little bit of FOMO with people just to kind of like let them know that something's happening, like something's changing in your life. This is exciting. And maybe you have done that. I have no idea.
I have not, but it's a great idea.
Yeah. So just like, even take a picture of like your notebook tonight or a selfie, or like lay out your workout clothes and snap a photo and just be like, wow, never thought I would be on a Zoom call late at night with, I mean, you could talk, maybe it was like more people than just two of us, but you know, it sounds a little cooler. But yeah, just like start. You can, if you wait, you'll never get started. So just go, and then every day just keep showing up. And then get into the next, like I call them a new coach workshop, but I think in the Fitnik Nation team page, she calls it's like a new coach training type of thing. But Meg will set you up with that. She'll set you up with the team training. You don't need to go through the whole training before you start building this business. I never had training ever to go through because our team was so little. And then check out the calendar for any team calls that are coming up. And then just don't get overwhelmed. This business, it's so easy to get into like analysis paralysis and think, oh my gosh, I don't actually understand what Success Club is. I better go look that up. And oh shit, how do I get to Emerald again? I better go look that up. Or what was she talking about this thing? And oh, I heard this thing, and maybe I should watch that and go through the video. Oh, I need to go in the back office and look at that. Don't worry about any of that stuff. You'll learn all of that when the time comes. Don't worry about what you're going to do with a new coach if you haven't even signed up a new coach yet. Don't worry about how to send somebody a link if you don't have somebody to send a link to. When, like, I always am like on a need to know basis. When I need to know that, I'll learn it. And right now I don't need to know that yet. So you don't need to know it. All you need to do is start showing up and talking to people. And, you know, you said you have a couple sisters, like get them on board. They could be your first coaches. Like just get going on this.
I plan on it. That's exactly the plan.
That's awesome. And Meg can help you like to navigate those conversations too, and how to get them started. But yeah, this business is amazing. You just have to you have to know that there's going to be hard days. There's going to be exciting days. There's, there's just like so much to learn, but so much joy and growth in this. And it's the best thing I've ever done. So, and I think Meg would say the same thing. But yeah, that's all I got. So do you have any questions? Oh my gosh, it's after 9:00. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No, this was actually great. This was the motivation that I needed to get kind of started, because I was really overwhelmed, and I was like, okay, I have to watch these videos. I have to do my workout. Like, I just didn't really know where to start. So having just like a basis, I'm really thankful that you did this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I mean, like, I still get overwhelmed like almost daily, but then I always like take a deep breath and I'm like, all I need to do is just like work on myself, share that, and help other people get started. That's all. That's all this business is. All the other stuff is like fluff. And if you're doing those things, you'll hit Success Club, you'll hit Emerald, like you'll hit all those things. But it all starts with you and showing up, doing the work, and just sharing it. And that's it. And just like, don't quit. Don't like, oh, it was really busy this week. Like, this is a lifestyle, and this is something I have so many excuses of why I could say that I can't do this. And I had them all, especially when I started, but it was non-negotiable for me because I believed in it so much that I was just never not going to do it.
Oh, I did have one question.
Mm-hmm.
You said that they get the discount when they become a coach, but what was the discount?
So the discount is 25% off of their like Shakeology, their Energize. Like, usually when someone signs up with a challenge pack, it's the year of Beachbody On Demand and a month of Shakeology, or a year of Beachbody On Demand and Energize and Recover. So those are like the 2 challenge packs. And moving forward, like in their second month, a coach gets 25% off their product. So, or anything else that they purchase down the road.
Okay, so off of all products?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
cool.
not Beachbody On Demand. That's
okay.
discounted.
Demand. Okay, great. That is a good selling point. Love that.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, if anyone is going to continue with Shakeology, like when I have, my customers who signed up with me last month, I'm like, all right, if you're loving this, you might as well sign up as a coach. It doesn't make any sense for you to pay full price for your product. So sign up as a coach. And like, if you want to check out the business side of things, awesome. If not, enjoy the discount. Like, nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. Also, social media wise, like, some people are just so great at social media and like making it look pretty, and like, they do like those pictures that follow the whole thing. I don't do that, and I don't know how to do that. Is there like tools and tricks of like how, like, either what filters people use, or like what, I don't know, like what programs people are using to like make them look good, or like make your posts look more professional, I guess?
So they won't at first, because you're not there yet. You're a brand new coach. You maybe are brand new to social media. So it would be weird if all of a sudden you show up tomorrow as this like professional Instagrammer, right? Because that's not who you are. And for the longest time, like, my Instagram is finally maybe starting to look a little bit better, but I was probably the last person on earth to like figure out how to use a filter or proper spacing or any of that. I had like the worst selfies.
Spacing, man.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying. I don't know what's going on there.
So there's some tricks that we can help you with that kind of stuff, but I mean, just you're not gonna be where we are because we've done it. Like, I've been doing it for 5 years, and you didn't see me 5 years ago when my selfies, I didn't know that you could use a timer, and I didn't have like My phone, I couldn't even get apps on it. It was a Windows phone. Like, did you even know Windows had a phone? Well, they did. That was my phone for like 2.5 years of the business, and it had like nothing on it, and so everything was so awful, but it didn't matter. And it's not professionalism that sells at all. It's
Right.
it's you being you. And so, good lighting is going to help. Like right now I have this in front of me. I just got it from Amazon. It's like a ring light, and it can hold my phone. But like,
Oh, okay.
there's the lighting without it, like not that great. So like this just kind of helps. So having some good lighting, which is an easy thing to do. So just being aware of like when you're taking photos, you don't want the background to be really dark. But that's like stuff that you'll play around with, and your first photos might suck, and that's okay, because ours all did. And
Okay.
I'm sure Meg can help you with filters once you get going. But the thing is, you got to just start, and you gotta suck at first, because we all did, and you won't suck. Like you'll look back and be like, oh wow, I really sucked, but you won't be sucking.
Thank you.
You just show up as you, and you'll keep growing and evolving and learning.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, well, I'm excited for you. You sound like you're gonna just like be a great addition to our team. So I'm excited for you.
Thanks. Me too. I'm excited.
Okay. All right. Well, have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
For that, Megan, that was awesome.
Yeah. See you guys later. See you in the
Bye.
morning.
Bye.